Okay, now that we have it designed, it's time to animate it. We have it rigged, so the last step here is just to create some animations for it. And this is really, again, up to you. Wherever you have this graphic placed is probably how it's going to dictate how you animate it on. So let's just say I had mine in the lower right corner here, and that's going to kind of dictate how I'm going to animate this on. So I'm just going to, again, start by hiding some of these things. And I'm going to start with this player BG here and then just have this come on. Now, since this text is kind of linked to this text BG and stuff like that, I'm just going to animate all this stuff on together since it's all in a group. And wherever I want it to land, roughly around 30, right around there, I'm going to go ahead and set a keyframe. I'll rewind my timeline, move this position off to the right, and hit set key. I'm going to come down here to the player number, and in this case, again, it's all grouped together, so I'm just going to set these center points to center. I'll advance my timeline to where I want that to come on. I'll rewind my timeline and then just hit the scaling to 0. We hit play. You can see it might be a little bit too fast, so if we need to, we can come into our stage here and just kind of reposition that animation. Now we're going to add on the headshot here, and this, again, can come on however you want. So these are two individual groups. I'm just going to animate the headshot on by itself. I'm going to set the axis center to left and bottom and use the scaling to bring that on. I'm going to set a keyframe there and then rewind my timeline and have it scale down like that. The captain or the special flag here, you can have that do this exact same thing. I'm going to set it to left and bottom, have it where it scales on. So I'm just going to set a keyframe. I'm going to rewind the timeline and scale. And now we have some type of animation. All right, so once we add these rest of these lines here, our animation will be complete. So we'll go ahead and just start animating these on. You can do it individually, or since they are in a group, you could do that as well. Since I have it open, I'll just do it as individual lines here, and I'm just going to have these come in from the right side here. All right, so I have that one animating on. Now I'm just going to do the exact same thing for these remaining two. I'm going to set key, just rewind wherever I want it to start and move the position off to the right. And I'll do the same thing for this last one. We'll set a key there, we'll rewind our timeline and move this off to the right. Now I'm going to go into the stage, and if you need to make any type of adjustments with these as far as timing or where they land, I can just slide these out or move the keyframes. While we're here, we're going to add our stop point. So I'm going to select our default director, click on the add stop. Here's our stop point. Now I just need to copy these keyframes. So I'm going to take each one of these keyframes and copy it. Again, not paying too much attention as to the speed or where they fall. My main concern here is just creating some type of animation to show you what happens when we continue with this scene out in trio. Okay, so here's our animation. We hit start, everything comes in. We hit continue, everything will go out. Now there are additional things that we can do here to spruce it up too. So again, if we wanted to add some flares here, so we can start adding some flares. So I could just drag this into the main group here. We can move it up in Z position, and again, if you want to use that expert to give it a little bit more color, we can turn on add, and we'll reposition this down around this area. If you want to single scale that out, let's turn off our bounding box so we'll be able to see it a bit better. Move it up in Z position, and now we can even adjust the scaling further if you want some additional color. We could go in there and animate it and stuff like that. I think you get the point of looping and textures and stuff like that if you need to loop it. So I'm going to leave this as is, and we're going to move on to the next part of the tutorial.